we're here with Tristan, who is also a summer camp, senior camp manager. And his camp name is
Ace, you might know me by.
It's better known as Ace. And Scouter back from the Whitby 11th, right?
Yes.
The 11th Whitby.
Yep.
And she came in today because she wanted to see what's in the program cabin, and we thought, what a great idea. Let's show everyone what's in the program cabin. The program cabin is full of programming stuff. And at this time of the year, with it being so freaking cold, we have our snowshoes available. So these are the old-fashioned snowshoes that maybe people, when they think of snowshoes, think of these snowshoes. But we also have new aluminum snowshoes that you can book on our booking system, and groups can come in and use them. So Beck, when are you coming in?
We're coming in on Wednesday. Our pack is really excited to be out in the snow. And they've made a point this year in our program planning meetings that they want to go outside more. So I know a lot of people like to stay inside, but we've taught our cubs how to bundle up and go outside, and we are looking forward to enjoying the snow with some snowshoes next Wednesday.
The nice thing about scouting is it's active all year long. And, you know, in the wintertime, we're Canadian, let's get on and get outside. We have trails set up here, and they all start from here and they leave from here. We have a program committee that kind of keeps this organized. What do you guys use the cabin for in the summertime, for summer camp?
Also in our summertime, this is kind of like our main base for any supplies that you'll need, whether it's your arts and crafts stuff, your sports equipment, trail hiking, if you're doing your orienteering, fire making, shelter building, you name it. All this stuff's going to be here. So it's kind of where you'll see groups kind of congregate as they're making their way out across the rest of Camp Samac, grabbing whatever supplies they'll need for the day.
Great. And there's a washroom in here.
Yeah.
Now, how many? I think this has the capacity of about 20 people inside the building. We've got a washroom. All our washrooms at Samac have flushing toilets and municipal water, so all our water is drinkable, potable. One of the neat things that we have here is program in a box. So if you're a group and you're renting for the weekend, you can get some ready-to-use programming. It's all in a box. You just have to come and get it. So let's pull out knot time. So you just have to come get the box, open it up. It has everything you need to facilitate the program. So directions on how to tie the knots, and it has tons of rope, so the kids have rope to tie knots with. And then, of course, when you tie knots, then you get to build cool shelters or cool forts, if I like to refer them to, because a fort's much more cool than a shelter. But we also have everything right down to like pylons if you're doing a race or something along those lines. And of course, we have marshmallow skewers, because camping is not camping unless you can.
And not only that, but also like you got your fridge, you got your sink and dishes and stuff too. So if you're renting in this, camping outside here, then you still got all your facilities for cooking and anything else you'll be doing, right?
Yes, and we have rules, because in scouting we always have rules. And our rules are, this area you gotta share, you gotta do your best to keep it clean, and so if you're in here, leave it cleaner than you left it when you arrived. Do some service around the camp is always a challenge that we like to give everybody. And no trace camping, of course, is the fundamentals of scouting.
So where are we now, Kev?
We're at cabin 3, and you probably noticed that we have cabins 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 that all look alike. Well, they kind of do, but insides are a bit different. Back in 1996, we did renovations on cabins 2, 3, and 4. And let's go in and we'll see what it looks like on the inside.
Well, it looks great.
we first thing you notice is the big fireplace that we don't use anymore. One of our problems with our fireplaces is that they do create a fire risk, and that's why we have cabins 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Cabin 1 is different. That was back in 1980. It burnt down, and of course, there's also the carbon monoxide issues that happen with chimneys and that type of thing. So all our chimneys are now blocked off, but with the new renovation that happened back in the 90s, they made a big common room here. We upgraded our kitchen. So our kitchens come with, stove, fridge, microwave, toaster. We have our own dishes. Here, we have cutlery.
And without the fireplace, how do you keep it warm? I mean, it feels pretty warm in
Yeah,
here.
no, we have natural gas running to all our cabins.
Okay, so they are all heated.
They're all heated, and they're heated nicely and comfortably.
Yeah.
So we are in a situation that, the last renovations were done back in the 90s.
Mhm.
So things like the flooring, needs to be, needs a little bit of love and needs some upgrades. So,
Yeah.
we're going to be starting a campaign to upgrade the flooring in our cabins. But come on through and I'll show you. So when our leaders are here, we have a little room set up for them. And if you notice, the leaders have a 6-inch mattress foam mattress compared to the kids with 4 inches.
Pays to be a leader.
Yeah, comfort first. But just a small little room. Of course, the time is spent having an adventure here and not sleeping, but there's a direct line between having a good night's sleep and having kids enjoy camp. So,
Of course, yeah.
So,
In my experience in overnight camp, if you don't get your rest the day before, you're not going to have a good day the next.
have accessible washrooms here. There's enough room to come in and do a transfer. We haven't cleaned up this cabin since the renters on the weekend, but as you can see, they left the cabin in pretty good shape.
So let's go the other way.
Yeah.
And then how many do we sleep in this room here?
16 in here.
16 in here.
Now, they are a little tight, but kids enjoy it. They have fun.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty good size for.
Yeah. Now, back a couple years ago, we painted everything in here just to keep it fresh, keep it clean.
Mm-hmm.
At the very back of the cabin, there's washrooms with 2 stalls inside.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Now, what do they use in the summertime?
Mm-hmm.
There's programming that happens out here, isn't there?
There is. Yeah, so we call cabin 3 the arts and crafts cabin during the
Okay.
summertime. Yeah, so we run our entire arts and crafts program out of here. Typically it's all done outside. We have the nice set of picnic benches out there, so we'll have them congregate and make their different crafts and stuff out there. But on a rainy day, it's great to have
Yeah.
this. We can transition right inside.
Or
and
if they're
then-
outside and got to use the washroom, wash their hands.
Yeah, you name it. Yeah, you got
yeah.
everything you need here. So yeah, this is a near and dear cabin to the summer program for sure.
So cabins 2, 3, and 4 are all the same. They are literally identical. Come on, I'll take you down and we'll show you cabins 5 and 6. So this is cabin 5. We put a new floor in it a couple of years ago, and as you can see, it's a nice floor. But it hasn't been renovated. So when you look at the layout here, you can see that it's vintage 1940 cabinetry. Now the fridge and stove work, but this is crying for a little bit of an upgrade.
And is there a reason it hasn't been upgraded yet?
Money. We just don't have the funds to upgrade it. it would be nice to put a better kitchen in, and I'll take you down to cabin 6 and show you what we did at cabin 6. But again, it's baby steps. We can only do so much. We try to spend both sides of each nickel, and as we move forward, the place just keeps getting better every year. So next few years you may see something change here.
Now this looks different back here.
Yeah,
Very
it's
different.
very different. So this, at one time, everyone entered through the back door. So it made sense having a cloakroom here.
What a view.
Oh, it's sensational. But the if you remember back to the first cabins that we showed you, or cabins 2, 3, 4, this is where we put the leader's room. And then we had a hallway here with washrooms, a washroom in this area, and of course the bunk work. But down here, we have a sink. Why would we have a sink outside the bathroom? Well, you try to get 18 kids to brush their teeth with one sink in a washroom. So we've got an extra sink outside so that hand washing, teeth brushing, that type of thing. And then we have just a single washroom in here.
It does look pretty old school. It looks
Oh,
like
it
a
is.
saloon door into that bathroom.
It is.
What's that door to your
Well, come
side
on,
there?
I'll show you. So, a little more rustic. It hasn't had its facelift, but you know, it's still a great place to have an adventure. We still get it rented pretty well every weekend, and it has heating, running water. You know.
And does this one sleep the same amount as
Yeah.
2, 3, and
Yeah.
4?
They all same square footage, and they all sleep the same number of people.
Okay. All right. It's nice. You get a bit more of that rustic feel.
Yes.
That's what, I'm
Yes.
sure a lot of us enjoy and appreciate that.
The other thing that happened with the renovations is they moved the door. So in cabins 2, 3, and 4, they put a door in here and filled that door in.
Right.
So that's why you get that big kitchen.
Right.
But we'd rather keep the doors where the doors are. And here you'll notice the difference in color in the logs. The reason was there was benches that were built in here. But benches are very static and take up a lot of floor space. So we took the benches out and went to folding tables and chairs.
Definitely a lot of space for any kind of programming,
Yeah.
any activities and stuff you might want to do in here. Yeah.
What about in the summertime? Do we use this cabin?
In the summertime, we use 5 and 6 a little bit, not too much. You know what? Actually, this is often where our senior programs groups will meet. So our CIT and our LT groups. That'll be our older campers who are doing their counselor and training and stuff like that.
Right.
So it's a great space where they're able to come and plan their weeks, talk about their professional leadership skills that they're developing, stuff like that. So it's used, but not quite as much as it's not one of our dedicated, our arts and crafts or our nature cabin.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This area often gets used by our scouters for wood badge training or for vents doing some work on some of the things that they're working on. It really is a little bit set aside from everyone else.
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity for them to be by themselves and
Yeah, and it's just a nice area of property. You kind of
Yeah.
feel like you're down on this path where you're in your own little space. Beautiful area, like really nice being right by
it's
the
like a
river
dead end
there.
road. So the
Yeah.
only people, you don't have people going past you all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You're in your own space. So.
Exactly, yeah.
So one of the jobs that we're hoping to do this fall is replace the windows in 5 and 6. So if you look here, you can see that the original windows were there. We did add a window in because the whole window frame broke, but that is not the right size window and it makes the cabin darker. So the whole hope is to get proper insulated windows put in that will help us reduce our heating costs. And that kind of slotted for this fall coming up, so fall of 2026.
Beautiful. That's
Yeah,
exciting.
doing cabins 5 and 6. This is cabin 6. And we've done a few changes. So as you can see, in cabin 5 we had the stove here, which made this area very, very restricted. We took the stove out and moved it over here. So we have fridge stove space over on this side. And quite often what leaders will do is set an 8-foot table up here so they have a little serving island to work off of. Same size space, but you see it's better laid out this way. Again, we put new flooring in here. Nice warm cabin. And we move it back. And you can see this layout is slightly different.
Oh, a bit more open concept here. I see.
Yes, so the wall that was in here had been taken down.
Mm-hmm.
The structure itself is the same for all cabins 2 through 6, but the interior walls are different.
Right.
Still sleep same number of people, 18, but down here we do have a little bit more. You know, it's just one washroom, but it has a little bit more. Cleaned it up a bit with a little bit of paint. Cabin 1. It was rebuilt after the fire. And,
What fire?
We'll talk about that in a later episode.
It's a long story.
A long story. But this summer, one of our big initiatives is to refurbish this cabin on the exterior. So we've had some time has not been friendly to the wooden cabin, and so it's time that we did a little bit of work to it, and that work should start probably in May, and painting the cabin, fixing some holes in the roof, and so you won't have critters keeping you company in the attic. Come on in. So we have the kitchen. We have a galley kitchen in here.
Yeah.
We got 2 ovens because
sorry.
this cabin does sleep more people.
It looks very different in here.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
totally different
Well,
layout.
is there only 2-story cabin in there? Sleep 30 people.
30, so almost double the other cabins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And summer camp, you guys use this cabin quite a bit for summer camp.
We do. So in summer camp, this is our main base. We call this cabin 1. We call it the office.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is where you'll find our day camp coordinator, our director, our administrative coordinators. Everyone's going to be hanging out in here, and we actually kind of refer to it as the office for the
Right.
campers. You
Sure.
know, makes that easy connection to what to expect. So you can come here for anything you might need.
So if I'm a parent and I'm dropping, unfortunately my kid was late this morning,
Mm-hmm.
so I bring my child to cabin 1 and then they find where they are in the property, that type of thing, or?
Yeah, we direct them from there. So, and it's nice and close to the parking lot, you know, easy to access here.
Easy access.
Yeah, we're really central. So, you know, if we need to get out of here in a hurry and go to a group over in Lakeland or Kitchie or the nature cabin or you name it, nice and easy to get here.
Now, one of the rules in summer camps, or for summer camps, is that there has to be a cooling station.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that we've done is we put a heat pump in here, so that not only is it more effective for heating and cooling of the building, but there is
Mhm.
cooling here. So this
Yeah.
cabin's kind of nice in the air conditioning.
That was a major upgrade that we
Yes.
noticed right away at summer camp because it does get quite hot here, and
Yes.
especially in the cabins. So.
The other thing that we added was Wi-Fi. So some of our cabins have Wi-Fi. Cabins 1, Cubland, council hall.
Mhm.
They all have Wi-Fi. The nature center has Wi-Fi,
Mhm.
and we're working at expanding that. But you know, everything takes time and of course money.
Yeah.
But in through here is where our stairway is to the second floor. Oh, turning off light, but it shouldn't be turned. Yeah.
It's a work in progress here.
We have our leaders' room again with their posh 6-inch foam mattresses.
Yeah, plenty of bathroom space here, accessible.
Yeah. And then right beside this bathroom, we have another bathroom.
Okay.
Again, you know, we are on septic here, but town water, city water. And then a step in the right direction. So we have basically 2 rooms upstairs here that with bunk beds. And 14 kids in each side.
Mm-hmm. And being our only 2-story cabin, we've got our fire exits upstairs as well. Right?
Yeah, and they're on both
Yeah,
sides.
On
so,
both sides.
Yeah, so it's big bird.
So down here we've got one of our many fire pits. You'll often see our groups using these, and especially the cabin one here is very popular. You'll be seeing all sorts of different fire treats that we'll be making. So really, really great thing to have at all of our cabins. I don't think we have a single cabin without a fire pit, do
No,
we?
they all have them, and
Yeah.
you know, fire starting and camp really isn't camp unless you can have a campfire. We're at Cubland. Cubland's our second biggest cabin on the property.
Yeah.
It's not 2-story, but we use the basement here, so that we get and it's a walkout basement, so there's a lot more sleeping downstairs. Come on in, we'll show you. Also, what's is nice is during the week, this is where Unoya, the forest school, has their school, and they operate out of here. And wonderful learning centers they have down the hill. So there's that's all been cleaned up, and it gets used quite a bit.
Do you know why this one's Cubland and it's not like an upper cabin? Because it's entirely different. Why?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was. It was there was a need for a bigger cabin, and so this was built at a different time. It wasn't part of the original build.
Mm.
So this cabin, we just put new flooring in, which is exciting. As you see, flooring is a big need, but at $3 a foot, like
It's not cheap.
it's not cheap. The nice thing about this cabin, it sleeps 38. 38, yes, I got memorized, right? And lots of space. But big, 2 ovens, glass door fridge, freezer, so it's easily when you have a group of kids that want to cook, there's lots of space for them.
And the only cabin with a basement.
So washrooms, again. But we also have washrooms in here.
Plenty of washrooms. Plenty of bedding.
So 12 sleep upstairs. And then come on, we'll go downstairs and show you downstairs. Our leader's room is down here in the basement, and it sleeps.
It sleeps 4 as opposed to 2.
Yes.
Now, with all this sleeping area, is Unoya a boarding school? Do
No,
they stay
no,
here?
they're just daytime.
Daytime.
Daytime, but for them to have a facility big enough for them to run their schooling out of, they basically just use the upstairs. During the week, they don't use the downstairs.
Okay.
But then we got a back room here. So it sleeps 14. This is the big facility that we have on our camp.
Big cabin.
Also, the first cabin built is Council Hall. So this side of Council Hall, it holds 200 people. It's a capacity of 200 people. And, you know, we've got to get the floors redone. We've got to do a few things. But until then, we'll still use it and love it and treasure it.
Great space. We use this a lot for in the summertime if we ever have rainy days where whether it's pick up in the morning or drop off in the morning or pick up in the afternoons. This is kind of our main location instead of cabin 1 or the sign-in field up there.
It has Wi-Fi here and air conditioning.
Yeah.
So, and this is of course the training center. And scouters use it, and so do our summer camp.
We've done our first aid CPR training here. All of our weekend trainings for our summer camp counselors, that's all held here, and all sorts throughout the year, right? Lots of different training opportunities.
Come on, we'll just stick our heads.
Come check out back here. You've probably seen this view before. Very famous, very beautiful part of Samac here, looking out over our frozen Lake Samac. So this is a really popular spot, both for our summer camp and different scouter groups that are coming by here. They'll be coming out using our canoeing all over Lake Samac. And the lake actually continues up a river around the bend here, and you can really go quite far on it. So lots of really cool different activities you can do with the canoeing and stuff here. And also in the summer camp time, right underneath us here is where we have our groups lining up and getting ready to go into the swimming pool, which is actually that building just right beside us here. So that's where, if you're coming for public swim, or if you're here for the summer camp or whatever it may be, you'll be going in there, and that's how you get into our City of Oshawa swimming pool there.
So if groups in the summertime want to go swimming, please check with the City of Oshawa. They're the one that runs the pool. Samac owns the pool, but they lease it from us and they run the pool. So contact them about times for swimming. Kitchie.
Or Kitchie Kasukin SKO Lodge.
Yes. So the nice thing about here is this is where our defibrillator is. So if you're on site and you need an emergency defibrillator, we've got you covered. It's right there. So this is Kitchie Lodge. This is the area where most groups will set up their tables to feed everybody. We have 2 breakout rooms on either side. And the nice thing about this side over here, especially if you come in the wintertime, is that we have, it's on the other side, we have a gas fireplace in here. Each side has sleeping capacity for 40 people. They're in bunks.
This is one of our 2 washrooms in the cabin here. They're similar on both sides. And the one cool thing about this cabin is the only one that has showers and everything,
That's
right?
correct, yes.
Yeah.
Usually the leaders sleep down the end. So we have a little divided off area for leaders down this end. With the generous contributions that we received from the Samac Foundation, we were able to upgrade this kitchen. And we now have a commercial dishwasher, refrigeration, freezers, electric stoves.
Everything you need to feed a big group, right? 'Cause
That's
this
right.
cabin hosts up to
80. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, another washroom on this side. And 80 beds here with adults in the end. Yeah.
Now, Kevin, we came in through the front, but what's out back?
Out back, it's funny, in the summertime, summer camp, you guys use the back doors more than you use the front doors.
We sure do, yeah. So during the summertime, Kitchie Field, which is what we'll find out back here, is one of our main meeting spots. So when all of our groups arrive in the morning, we start at Sign-In Field, which is just through the woods to our left there. And then we make our way out into the big open field here, and we start our day with opening circle. So starting off with some songs and just a fun get together. We can all discuss our plans for the day and get situated. We have all of our different chicken coops around here spread across where all of our campers will keep their bags and just their stuff for the day. And then once everyone's situated from here, then we all set off in our own directions and start the day.
This area will easily accommodate over 200 people.
Oh yeah, it's a great spot. Nice big fire pit here, which we love. And then we've also got, we call it the marquee, just to the side here, which is typically where we'll meet to do our lunches.
Awesome.
To book one of these facilities, go to campsamac.ca, click the Book Now button in the right-hand corner, and this will bring you to our Double Knot website. If you scroll down to the bottom, this is where you can reserve one of our facilities. You can click on what you would like from the drop-down menu, and then follow the steps. If you require any additional information or any additional assistance, please email kevin.anion@scouts.ca. Weekend bookings are based on a minimum of a 2-night stay from Friday early evening arrival to Sunday early afternoon departure. Please ensure to select a Friday arrival from the calendar to generate availability. Program and range bookings must be made 14 more days in advance. Last-minute bookings will not be permitted. All facility bookings, which include lodges and campsites, must be made 3 or more days in advance of arrival date. All bookings for the range, which include archery and pellet, must be made at a minimum of 2 weeks in advance in order for our team to ensure that a range line safety officer is secured in time. Participants for archery must be a minimum of 8 years old, and participants of the pellet range must be a minimum of 11 years old. All cabins, as seen here in our video, have bunk beds with vinyl covered mattresses, and all cabins and campsites include a fire pit. Programs at Camp Samac include knots and shelters and fire lighting. These programs can be booked under our outdoor program category. To ensure volunteer facilitators are scheduled with enough notice, these programs must be booked 14 days or more in advance.
Yeah.